So this video is going to show you how to find the equation of a straight line in the form y equals mx plus c. And the first example, I'm going to show you the format for points that go through 0, 0. So the only thing that's different about these lines, given that they go through 0, 0, is their steepness. The steepest graph is line 1, the second graph is the next steepest, and the third and fourth, and so on. So this graph will be written like this. Because it goes through 0, 0, there is no number on the end. This is a special type. And you'll find out why as we work through this. But to find the m, we have to work out the gradient of the line. Now the gradient of the line, I'll remind you, is the up over the across between any 2 points you choose to select. And that, on a straight line, it doesn't matter where you choose the points, the value of m will be the same when you compare the up against the across. And I'll show you that now on line 1. So on line 1, if I go 1 across, the next point is at 4, 1. Let's write that in here. So I went 1 across and 4 up. Now the gradient is the up divided by the across, which is 4 divided by 1, which is 4. Now had I gone, say, across 2, and then I'd have gone up 8, then I would have got exactly the same value. I would have going across 8, so I go up 8 and across 2, which also gives me 4. So it doesn't matter where you choose your points, you'll get the same value. Now it's sensible to choose whole number values to make this calculation easier. Had I gone sort of half and 2, that would be a little more awkward. So just choose whole values to find that boundary value. So our first equation then is y equals x. Now, it's a good thing in these videos to perhaps try and see if you can find the next one yourself. So stop the video, try and find the next one yourself and see if you get the right answer. Right, so if we go to the next line, line 2, this one is for a movement of 1 across, I go up 2, 1 across, up 2, 1 across, up 2. So for line 2, the equation is y equals 2x. On to line 3. Now this is slightly different, because if I go 1 across, I'm only going up, it looks about half. I won't use fractions. I'll go across 2 and up 1. So if you go across 2 and up 1, the gradient is a half. You can write this in 2 ways. You can write it as y equals a half x, so 2 across, 1 up, or you can write it as y equals x divided by 2. This means exactly the same thing. So moving on to our fourth graph, again have a try and see if you can get the answer first. So for the first graph, I had to come across, so the fourth graph, I had to come across 6 units until I went up on the of 1. So 6 on the bottom, 1 on the top, 1/6 gradient. And the gradient of the line is y equals 1/6. On any of these lines you can take points and check that they work. So for example, let's take the point here, which is the point 6, 3. So does 6, 3 does satisfy the equation of y equals half x? So does 6 equal does 3 equal half times 6 times y? Y equals half is given, and the point we are looking at is a 6. So that's so it does y equal half x. So 3 equals half times 6, because it does. So we draw the line correctly. Okay, so these were points all going through 0, 0. And now look at some more that go through 0, 0. But this time they're different because they slope down instead of up. So if we take, let's call this one equation 1. So if I go from that point through to this point, and remember the gradient, let's see if I can find that there. So the gradient is, from here, that's it, m equals up over across. In fact, the up is actually a down this time, because we're coming down 2 to go across 1. So we use a negative for the down. So y equals -2. Now, I could write -2 over 1, but really we never really do that. So we're just going to write y equals -2x. So for lines that slope from as we go from left to right, they slope down when you have negative gradients. So if you could try and do number 2 now, see how you get on with that. Okay then, so for number 2, y equal, so for, if we went 4 across, we come down 2, 4 across, we come down 2, so the across is on the bottom, and the down is on the top. I know I've used the word up previously. Really, we're measuring whether we're going up or down. These were all ups. These were all ups because we're going up from left to right. These will all be downs as we're going down from left to right, so they'll have negatives. So just so you're absolutely sure, up on across, -4. Let's go from there to there. Okay, I've gone 4 across, and I've come down 2. Okay, so the cross goes on the bottom, down on the top. So that's where that came from. So we've got y equals -2x. Now we can simplify that to y equals -1/2x, or we can write y equals -x over 2. So that covers all instances of lines in the form y equals mx. Every line y equals mx goes to 0, 0. Some have positive gradients, some have negative gradients, some have positive gradients that are fractions, and some have negative gradients that are fractions. Okay, that's the end of this first part. In the next video, we'll show you how to do lines that don't go from apart, have different gradients.